ReefDudes is sponsored by Ecotech Marine and Bulk Reef Supply. Today we're checking out the Bubble King Mini 200. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. So I've always been curious to know, like, do the Bubble Kings really live up to, being so amazing? And, are they really that super duper quiet? And today we're going to find out. There was the mini one that came up on a pretty sweet sale, so I decided to pick one up to test it out and find out for myself. Of course, got our manual. Feels heavy, probably our pump. And the skimmer itself. It's a little big box for a little skimmer. I think they standardized the one box for basically everything. Basically assembled right out of the box, minus the pump, which makes it nice and easy. Inside we got our Red Dragon 3 Mini Speedy 1500. That is one beefy controller box. And our volute. That's pretty much all there is to her, so it should be pretty easy setup. Pop out those 4 screws and we'll install our pump. Alright, so the Bubble King Mini 200 has been installed for about a week, so initial thoughts. So for starters, it broke in super quick. Within about 2 hours, I had the cone on and started skimming. I'm gonna have to play it a little bit. I did have the bubble tower right up to the top. It looked like it dropped a little bit, so a little bit of tweaking. But it is some super dark tea already. It's a little wetter than I normally skim, so I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit more. I have been playing with it, but one of the biggest things I'm gonna say is this thing is extremely quiet, like dead quiet. From a couple feet away, you will not hear this. Now, it does skim well, even just comparing it to my NIOS. Like, I can't really say like this skims any better than the NIOS. Like, I'd say they're comparable in terms of like skimming and output production, but this one is quieter for sure. Now, this thing is heavy, it is solid, and it's very dense. And compared to most skimmers, I think they use a lot thicker PVC, thicker acrylic. Inside the silencer there is like a little baffling kind of spongy material to further baffle the noise, and it makes this thing crazy quiet, which is a huge plus. And that's kind of one of the main reasons I decided to pick this up when it was on sale and try it out. So if you know me, I am obsessed with quiet, and quiet is definitely your friend. You can see the lovely nasty skimmy goodness inside of there. I do have hooked up to ozone, so you can see there is 2 little nipples on the volute, and one of them goes to my ozone line and the other goes to the silencer. And if I pop it off, same thing, you can barely hear a thing, super duper quiet. I do have this hooked up to outside air for now, just to do a little bit of mini pH boost. I may experiment with doing a revised version, not that later, of my little like topper for that. So I think I'm gonna experiment with that later just for fun, for a little more pH boosting goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna say overall, kind of initial thoughts, review 1 week in on the Bubble King Mini. Skims very well. It is extremely quiet, which was my main selling feature on picking this up and trying it. Another cool thing is the lids seem fairly universal. So if I do make that kind of scrubber media thing on top, it will be pretty universal for most Bubble Kings. That's pretty sweet. Super big cup, which is awesome. Maintenance wise, the inner cone comes out. It really comes apart super easy, so it's going to be a breeze to maintain it and clean it, which I do love. So it's very well thought out from that respect. Pump super duper quiet. I got the controller hiding back here. This guy's running around 50 right now, and I believe that's 50 watts, and I think it goes up to 60. And that's with the Red Dragon 3 pump. So yeah, so kind of initial thoughts. I did add on my little smart skimmer don't overflow thing onto there. And otherwise, yeah, it's been doing the job. I was very impressed. I've had 0 microbubbles from it. I would say within a couple hours it started skimming, so it basically broke in, within overnight or within a few hours, so super duper quick. Now we're of course only a week in, so just my initial thoughts, but overall it's definitely doing the job. Skimming, I'm gonna say comparable to my NIOS, which skimmed like a champ, and so far so good. Still needs a little bit of tweaking, but I think I'm getting pretty close. Noise-wise, the thing is dead silent. It's the quietest skimmer I've owned, hands down. And again, that was my main selling feature when it was on sale, to finally pick one up and try it. Now, if you guys have one, I'm curious to know your experience as well in the comments. If you guys have the Bubble King, are they all like super quiet? How do you like it? So far, I'm very happy with it. Again, we're only a weekend, but so far so good. All right, guys, as always, if you enjoyed, hit that like button if you're new. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.